Welcome, y'all, to episode 2 of the God Be Telling Me Stuff podcast, where I share encouraging words, testimonies, prophetic words, just uplift and encourage you to be all that God has called you to be through testimonies, my testimonies, your testimonies, and more. God be telling me stuff. So let me tell you what he told me. So today's episode is about misdiagnosing people. And I had to look up, when God told me this, like, what is a diagnosis? A diagnosis is the identification of the nature of an illness or other problem by examination of the symptoms. A lot of times we know from in passing what a diagnosis is, what a mixed diagnosis is, but I just wanted to get you the definition. A diagnosis is the identification of the nature of an illness or other problem by examination of the symptoms. To misdiagnose is to incorrectly diagnose an illness or problem. God was telling me we do this so often, y'all. So often we misdiagnose people. We write them off. We cancel them. All because we experienced somebody in one season, one meeting, one post, one tweet, where it may have been a time where that was part of their healing process. They were probably in their healing process, in a process in which times were hard. Times were hard. But, on first meeting them, it's like, I don't know. We misdiagnosed them. Holy Spirit, have your way as I share your word to your people. It's like when I talk about process, it means God is developing them, pruning them, and more. And we may meet somebody in their process, and it's like we got to realize that that may not have been them. That may not have been them. We are so quick, especially in this day and age, we are so quick to judge off the bat. We are so quick to judge off bat. For example, when David was anointed as king by Samuel, it's like the father brought all the sons out, all the sons. Like, he was like, him? Surely it's him. He's like, nah, it's him. He was bringing them all out. Bringing them all out. David was the youngest. And he was like, there must be, like, God didn't told me to anoint the next king of Israel. Like, there must be somebody else. Because he's like, none of these are it. God is telling me none of these are it. They may have the stature. He was like, God was telling him, nope. He was like, do you have any other sons? Because none of these are it. And he's like, oh yeah, we got our son, my son David, he out there with the sheep. He out there and herding. He out there. He's out there. And it's like, well, tell him. Samuel's like, all right, I'm not, go bring him. I'm not leaving until you bring him. And he brought him, and he probably looked like, I'm just imagining, like, this young boy. He was out there shepherding, and out there with the animals and all that stuff. And he comes in all, messed up and dingy, and he comes in all dingy and dirty from working out in the field and all these different things. And he's like, this is the one. And I know they all was like, David, little shepherd boy, David. He's like, yeah, that's the one. That's the one. It's like, I'm sure his father was like, yeah. But anyway, that's to say that a lot of times we misdiagnose people from just meeting them. It's like, why can't we give the same grace that we want ourselves? And and this goes for like so many different things, y'all. This goes for so many different things, and there's so many things I can name what this goes for. This goes for when you're on a job interview. You misdiagnose the person because you see that their shirt may be a little wrinkly, or maybe their hair is a certain way, or maybe they don't speak, properly as you would like them to speak, and you start misdiagnosing them, thinking that they're not smart, thinking that they won't be able to do the job. Misdiagnosing someone. You can misdiagnose someone, a pastor, even. I'm gonna say that, a pastor, a leader, somebody, a prophet, somebody prophetic, you may misdiagnose them thinking that, that they're one way, or maybe because you've seen a clip online. Y'all gotta stop this. Y'all gotta stop this. Seeing one little clip, and it's like, oh, hell breaks loose, and you put it on this Instagram famous. Like, no, no. It's like God is like, stop misdiagnosing my people. The people that you think are the least worthy of being called, those are who I called. He's like, that's who I called. Stop worrying about the appearances. Stop worrying about, you know, first of all, we all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. We're all human. But a lot of times, especially those who are in the limelight, those who may have a bigger following or what have you, a lot of times it's like you misdiagnose them because you think you know their lives. But a lot of times these people are battling internally from things that they probably won't ever speak of or don't ever want the public to know, you know? And it's like you need to realize that by you misdiagnosing people, you're again missing out on your blessing. You may be missing out on your blessing, your destiny helper. You're the one who is supposed to lead you to your husband, the one who's supposed to lead you to your next, the one who's supposed to lead you to that new business deal, that the one who's supposed to lead you to that acting gig, that film that you want to be in, the one who's supposed to lead you. It's all because you misdiagnose someone. You can forfeit. You can forfeit God's promises for your life. That's how deep it is by misdiagnosing people. And stop labeling people, putting labels on people that you don't even know. It's like I see one clip, I see one action they did or whatever, and it's like all of a sudden it's like you wanna throw in the towel. But that is not what God has called us to do. We're supposed to pray for one another. We're supposed to seek Him about the people that we follow or see as prominent, or those who friends or family. Go to Him about everybody. Everybody. Go to Him about everybody. I know a lot of times, like I tell God, show me the intention of that person's heart. I see this online, or I see, them acting a little funny or whatever, but show me their heart. Show me who they really are. Because from this, I don't want to misjudge them. I don't want to misdiagnose them. And even it says too, like in the word, it says in John 7:24, do not judge according to appearance, but judge with righteous judgment. Righteous judgment. Not according to appearance. Who their appearance is. Because sometimes people are hiding behind masks who they truly are. I know I have for a while. Not being exactly who I like. For those who know me, they know, Jasmine's so nice, Jasmine's so, caring and loving, all these different things, but Jasmine be battling too. Jasmine be battling with comparison. Jasmine be battling with the mistakes that I've made in my past. I battle too. My name is Jasmine Goko. Jasmine Goko. And I battle too. I battle too. I have misdiagnosed people as well. And that's why we repent and ask for forgiveness. Because a lot of times those are God's people. And we don't even know it. Putting our mouths on people that we should have no business putting our mouths on. Misdiagnosing people when we have no business doing so. No business doing so. So stop misdiagnosing people. Stop misdiagnosing people. Because guess what? You don't want to be misdiagnosed. That one day that you just had it up to here. Listen, your car wouldn't start. Your bills are due. Your child acting up. So many different things could have happened that day. And then you meet somebody and it's like, your interaction with them isn't the best. That first impression isn't the best. But you wouldn't want them to think that that's who you are, and that for them to judge you based off that one interaction. Stop misdiagnosing people. Stop, y'all. Stop misdiagnosing them. Because we all fall short. As a daughter of a king, we fall short. But guess what? His grace is sufficient for us. His power works best in our weakness. His power works best when we don't have it all together. When we can't we can't see our way through. And then at those times, in those moments, sometimes we're like, Lord, I just wish somebody would understand me. I just wish somebody would see that this is not me. Maybe you're in a season of depression. Maybe you're in a season of the wilderness where God is pruning you. Where maybe you're in a season where God is saying, like, I need you to pause on this, this, and that. How you show up. He's trying to have you pivot. So many different things God may be calling you to, and people may not understand. And then that's when they misdiagnose. Or that's when you misdiagnose somebody else. Maybe you've done that to somebody because of lack of understanding what God is doing in their lives, or lack of understanding what God is doing in your life, and that's when people misdiagnose you. But know that misdiagnosing people just leads to you not being able to really truly see who God says they are. And a lot of times we are labeling people with certain illnesses or certain, oh, she's suffering anxiety, or she's, this and she's that, or, or he's this. Like, no, he just got a broken heart. She just got a broken heart. Her soul's fractured. Her mind is cluttered right now. And that's what grace is needed. So have you misdiagnosed anybody lately? Have you misdiagnosed anybody lately? Think back. Ask God to reveal to you anyone you may have misdiagnosed. Ask him to reveal to you anyone you misdiagnosed. I'm sure they will want a second chance. I'm sure they will want a second chance to show you the real them. All right, guys. That is a wrap for episode 2 of the God Be Telling Me Stuff podcast, Misdiagnosing People. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, tell your friend to tell your friend, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to stop misdiagnosing people. I love you all with the love of Christ. Love you all, and I cannot wait to see you next week. Episode 3. Consequences come when you make sin a lifestyle. Tune in next Friday, episode 3. God be telling me stuff, and he be telling you stuff too. So listen. Bye, y'all.